Hi guys, Angie Bells, My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I have been doing Jane Davenport. She's doing a thing called Jdartober. So she has prompts for every day, and I'm doing all 30 prompts. So it's a lot of work, and I had to do catch up because I started late, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't think I was gonna do it, but then all of a sudden I wanted to do it, and anyway, so I'm playing catch up. So some days I've had to do 2 a day, but I'm almost caught up. So anyway, today's prompt is, you better think what you're trying to do to me. Okay, anyway, it says, like I said, it says you better think. So what I thought I did is what I thought I would do is I drew my girl, and I drew some really cool, crazy hair flowing up. After I paint the hair, I'm going to do question marks all throughout the hair. So she's like thinking, you know how like you see like in cartoons, like when they're thinking, they'll have like little question marks above their heads. Well, I'm going to put that in her hair. So I thought that was a cute idea. So to represent, you better think. All right, but what I got to first do is do the face. So I'm going to do that together. And let me come in a little closer. The most exciting thing is I'm going to use Jane's stuff. She has a new line, you guys, out of art supplies. Okay, you guys, sorry. She has a new line of art supplies out, and I bought a ton of it. I'm so excited. You guys, if you want Jane Davenport's new art supplies, I'm going to have a haul on it, and then I'm going to swatch everything too. Not in the haul video, but then I'll have other ones where I swatch everything. But right today, if you go to Michael's, they have 20% off your total purchase, including sale items and regular price items, and 20% off everything. And they let me use my 20% off the total order, and I got to use 40% off one of my items. So and I've heard some people, they don't let you do it, but if you have a cool Michaels or a cool associate, they'll let you use the 20% off with the 40% off. Because they're offering both, so they should let you get 40% off one item and 20% off the total purchase. That's ridiculous. So just to kind of give you a heads up, because I know some people aren't able to do that, but it depends on the associate you get, and actually depends on the store. Both my stores, cool as hell. Okay, so what I'm excited about is, okay, 2 things. I'm going to use... I love this stuff. I said it a million times. To get a darker skin tone, there's this stuff called tinsel. And I'm going to use tinsel for the skin base, for my skin color. This stuff is awesome. I just bought 2 more today. And the reason I bought 2 more today was because they have a sale price of her old stuff. They have a sale price of buy one and get one 50% off. Yeah. So that plus the 20% was like an awesome deal. So I picked these up for $5 a piece instead of like $8 or $10 a piece. So I picked up 2 more of these because if I ever run out of these, I'll die. I like this for like a deeper skin tone, for dark skin tones as my base. Okay, I'm going to shade, you guys. This is her palette. You guys, look at this. Isn't this fabulous? Did you guys see this already? Make sure you guys saw that. I know. Yeah, you saw that one. Okay. Because I'm really close up right now, so I know that you guys. That's the palette. It looks like it's a makeup palette, huh? It's not. Okay, so I'm going to use this. It's what it is. It's like basically. Okay, after I used these yesterday. They're like pan pastels, you guys. That's how soft they are. They're pastels. They're rich and soft and fully pigmented. They are going to give pan pastels a run for their money, and they're not cheap. But use a 40% off coupon. Or at least a 20% off, because I think they're $20, and I used my 20% on this a couple days ago because they had a 20% coupon. Or use a 40, and you're only going to pay like $9 for this. But this I'm going to use for shading. You can use it for shading. You can use it for blush. You can use it for lips. You can do everything with these. I'm almost loving these better than I love pencils or anything else. You guys are going to see. Okay, so I'll show you. And look at this. I got another one too. Are these gorgeous or what? Look at these. They're ridiculous. Is that just fabulous, you guys? Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to calm down. Let me move this aside. Okay, make sure this stuff's not gonna fall. Okay, let's get busy. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is what I do is I buy these at Dollar Tree, these little containers. And they hold like any your liquid inks And they're airtight, so they're the bomb. You get 6 of them. So I have that. And what I do is I have it pre-made already. And what I do is I put the ink in there, add a little bit of water. So you kind of add water to what depth of darkness for your skin tone you want. So I've already done that. All right, here we go. Let me get some things to the side here. Get my brush. Okay. So make sure the face is good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the skin tone right now. Make sure this is the color that I want it. Just a second. Yeah, that looks good. You know what? I need to turn her. Let me make sure I'm still in frame. Yeah. Sorry, you guys, but I have to, let me get a paper towel too. I have to, you'll be seeing me, I have to turn my work. It's too hard just to work at one angle. And then you don't get things right if you don't turn it. Okay, so we're going to start putting in her skin color. At the same time, there's going to be some spots that I'm going to some white spots I'm going to leave, and that's going to be some highlights. And they'll be we hitting those in a second. Okay. Like right here. Okay, I'm going to go under the eye, like right there. But like right here. Okay, I'm going to make a little highlight right there. Okay. So there's one of my highlights. Did I call that a spot? I mean a highlight. Okay, go under the eyelashes, and then right here again I'm going to make another highlight. And then right here I'm going to shade the side of the nose, contour that out. Okay. And then let's bring this up here. And I'm going to keep contouring it out. We want to leave a highlight right here on the nose, but this is just too much. Let's bring some of this down here, and that'll be perfect right there. Okay. Kind of going up into the hair here, which we don't want to do. I mean, if it goes into it a little bit, no big deal. It looks a little uneven right there at the top, but that'll be perfect because that'll be a perfect highlight right there. And then we're going to do the bridge of the nose right here. Okay. And then let's go down and do, make sure I'm still in frame and make sure my camera's still on. Let's do the neck. So, okay. And then we'll just kind of, just let that blend out there at the bottom. That fade out into nothing. Okay. All right. All right, so let's dry that. Before we dry that, let's drop in some eye color really quickly. I've kind of made a decision, and I mean, I can change any day also, but I've kind of made a decision. Okay, I'm going to use my Jane Davenport watercolors. I've kind of made a decision. I'm going to always kind of let my signature be one purple and one green eye, because I love that. Okay, these are Jane's watercolors. You guys, look how fabulous those are. And this is what the colors look like, the swatch. I would highly suggest getting these watercolors. I would suggest getting the all naturals, like the skin tones, but then also get these right here, which are the brights, I think. Are these the brights? Is that what they're called? I don't know, but these colors are the bomb. They're great for eyes. They're great for everything. Hair, lips. They're great for everything, but I love using them for my eye color. So let's drop in the eyes. Oh, I gotta spray my thing. Get my watercolors nice and juicy. Oop, I didn't get the green one done. And let me show you the two colors I'm going to use. I'm going to use this color right here. It's called Jiminy Cricket, that green, which I love. So I'm going to do a green eye and a purple eye. And that purple is called what? Mystic. I love her names. Her names are always like so magical. She calls her colored pencils, which of course I have those too. She calls those like magical pencil wands. She calls them wands. They're not even pencils. They're not even colored pencils. They're just wands. They're great. They're nice and soft. They're blend. Really, really nice. I mix them in with my Prismacolors. I use both together and they work great. Okay. So there's that. Yeah, I want to make that a little bit deeper. So a little bit more purple in there. Just deepen that up a little bit. You guys, I'm having the best time doing this Arttober, Jdartober. So fun. It's so fun because her new product line came out, which is, you know, also why she's doing it. She's doing something to, you know, to kick off her new art line. But it's so fun. It's so fun to like to just draw and paint every day. I absolutely love it. It's making me realize how much I want to focus on my mixed media and my art. So, because usually, you guys know me, I like to do a lot of different things. And I still like to do a lot of different things, but I really want to see if I can just, I'm going to still do other things, but try to mostly focus on drawing and mixed media. And then here and there, I'll do some other project, like some of my lace work, like my projects with lace and stuff that I like to do, and doilies and all that. Because I do love to do that stuff too. But let this be my main thing I do. And here and there, I'll do some stuff with lace. Lace and doilies and all that. Okay, that looks good, I think. Let's see if I want to put a little bit more green in there. Okay, cool. It's just nice to sometimes to get the eyes in there while you're working on other things. Okay, so let me put this aside. You guys, I want to show you something. Look what I got. I got these today at Michael's when I went and picked up the last little bit of stuff I wanted to get. Oh yeah, like I said, because today Michael's has a 40 and a 20. I used off both. But then they had a clearance right behind the Jane stuff. These were only $1.50. They're by Creatology, which is they're $5. They're 12 glitter gel pens. You guys, they write like silk. They're so smooth, and they're like kind of metallic-y gel pens. These would be great to make little hair strands in hair. So that's why I picked those up. And they're only $1.50. Okay, let me draw. I need to dry all this. Oh, you know, one other thing. Let me do one other thing before I dry it. And then I can dry everything at one time. This is another thing I got from Jane, is these color sticks. Let me make sure you guys are seeing them. See, look at these color sticks. Look how our art works on the front. Isn't that so cool? Doesn't that look like lipsticks? So that's what the whole thing looks like, okay? Isn't that awesome? Okay, so I'm going to open this up. So it's already open. And this is the container it comes in. Look. Isn't that cool? It comes in this plastic container to hold it, everything. And they look like little lipsticks. Like, I'll show you guys. They're water-soluble crayons is what they are. That's what they... So this is like a flesh tone color. Look how cool this is. So you just take this off and look. It's like a lipstick crayon. Look how cool that is. Isn't that neat? I'll show you a couple other ones just because they're so cool. It's like I got new toys for Christmas. Aren't those cool? Okay, obsessed. I pretty much got everything I want, except now the only thing I want left is she has like some you know, like your ink pens with a real fine point on them, like these, like your microns. She has stuff that are like this. She has some pens like that, and I want to get that collection of those. I don't have those yet, especially in black. But I did get her quill pen, which is another ink pen like that. So let me just clean off my brush here. Oh, let me close up my ink in my container, because I've spilt that before, and that's not fun. All right. I should have called this a little mixed media video / haul. People are like, okay. But I just want to show you this stuff so you guys can see it. So if you guys want it, or you've been looking at the different hauls, you can see how some of the stuff works. So, all right. So right here, even though these are my highlights right here, they're still too light, okay, for this skin tone. So I just like to go over it a little bit with this. See how that kind of blends that out? So it's still highlighted. It's just not so like insanely obvious, but it still shows up as a highlight. Okay. You can just throw white paint there if you want for your highlight, but I like doing it like this. I think it looks really nice. All right, so let me put that away. These can be used as eyeshadows for lips, for contour. You can do it for everything. You could do the whole face with just those sticks. I mean, these are the ones that are like, let me show you. These are all the natural skin tone colors. Look at those two different skin tone colors. And then look at the brown for skin tone, darker brown. Then you got pink. Let me turn it around. I'm just missing the black out of here because I have it over here on the side. Look at the gray, the purple, the pinks, the red. Oh. And then there's a whole nother one of these. I picked up both. It has more brighter colors. Really, really cool. Thanks. Okay. All right, now let me dry everything. Just a second. Is this going to smooth out? Oh, okay. Just a minute. My dryer's not plugged in. When you know it, I'm making a video and my dryer's not plugged in. All right, here we go. Oh, I got so much stuff. You should see, I could start a fire over here with how much stuff I have plugged in and wires everywhere. I really need to straighten this out. Okay, you guys, what happens is at about 25 minutes, my camera, it doesn't shut off, it just goes to another frame. So like that means like another video. So if whenever it goes out, just go to part 2. Okay, here we go. So we're going to use this palette. Okay. Isn't that gorgeous? Looks like eyeshadows. And we're going to use, what color? What color are we going to use? We're going to use this one. I think that's one I used yesterday to do the shading. Okay. And you use an eyeshadow brush, you guys. It's so cool. So I got these, she sells eyeshadow brushes, and I'm probably going to get hers too. I just haven't gotten them yet. So I bought some ones at Dollar Tree the other day. But the reason I want to get hers also is because hers are really big. So, like, they're really long. I think they'd be easier to work with than these. But these still work good, and they're really nice and soft. Anyway. But I do want to do that. Okay, I need one for... Let's see what I did here. Okay, this must be my blender. Yeah. So what I do is I get one, then I'm going to apply it, and then I get one that's a blender. All right, so here we go. So let's turn my work. Put my glasses on, put my readers on, and we're going to go in. This just goes on like silk. I absolutely am obsessed. And then it blends out like silk. It's like just insane. When I used this yesterday, I was like, oh my goodness. So I Instagrammed how much I love it to the group, and I said, everybody needs to go buy these. These are the bomb. And then after you buy one, stock up and buy another. Because if she ever stops making it, you're going to be mad. Which she probably won't. But, you know, sometimes they stop making things because, you know, if they have so much, they have other things they want to create. Okay, so I'm going to take my, take this one and blend it out. And blend out from there. So just kind of rub lightly, kind of hit it and blend out. And it just blends it out so beautifully. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my. Is that easier than anything else you've ever done? With pencils, I have to use a color, and then I either have to take 2 or 3 other colors at it to blend it out, or I have to use my blender pencil. Here, it's all one smooth thing. These are pastels, so you know what? There is something I do need to do. Is I need to get myself, I have a acrylic matte sealer. I'm not sure if that'll work on what I'm doing, so I need to get that. All right, I'm going to turn my work here. I don't know if I'm in frame anymore or not. Yeah, I am. Look at that. God, that's just beautiful. Okay, come back in. Absolutely beautiful. Look how gorgeous that is. Now there's some new contouring. I've been paying attention to how on TV, how people's face are shaded or contoured, how the light hits it. And I've started doing this kind of contouring when the face is when you're looking straight at a face. From here, contouring out the cheeks. So coming like this and going back. So you're creating this right here. You're creating that triangle. Okay, and then fill it in. And we'll soften it up in just a second. I want to go to the other side and do the same thing. And what you're doing is you're creating like a little well. You're creating like a little well for the blush to go in. And really you're creating a contour. You're creating cheekbones. Okay. So I'm going to come here and do the same thing. I kind of got a little heavy-handed, a little dark right there. That's the one thing nice about these pastels. If you get too heavy-handed and you get too much, you get it too dark, you can, and then I'm going to blend it down just a little bit here. You can erase it. So you're totally safe with erasing. So there really is almost no way to mess up. All right. All right, so that looks a little crazy right now, I know, but let's blend it out with, where's my one that has nothing on it? Oh, I just used them both for the same thing. All right, I'll get a new one out. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so again, we're just going to blend. Okay, I'm going to blend. In fact, I'm going to take some of that off. There we go. All right, so let's blend that. And take off the tip of that triangle so that it doesn't look like a, you know, like a triangle. You guys are like, okay, Angela. And I could need to have a little bit more right there. Okay, so I'm going to blend off that tip of that triangle right there. Okay, and took some of that off. All right, and then got a little deep in here after I'm taking some of it off. All right, so let's blend it out now. Okay. Okay, I messed up. Let me find an eraser. Okay. I didn't want to put like that much here. I just wanted to, yeah, I need to block that out. There we go. All right. If I don't get the right one, I'm going to smack myself. I keep picking up ones where it's not my blender. It has color on it. Like, I got enough color. I don't need to put more color on here. Color accomplished. So if there's anything, don't go in heavy-handed with your color. Just apply a little bit of color on your thing. Okay. I want to bring this. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to keep playing with this till I get this blended out the way I want it. Love it. Okay, so now we're going to go down. We're going to make sure we're still on camera. Yep, we are. Okay. Now let's go down to the neck here. The hair here is a little bit further down on the neck, so there'll be more shading on this side. That's how you know where you really want to put your heavier shading at, is what's when something's underneath something, it's going to be shaded, right? So it'll be darker. If the light's hitting, it's going to be lighter, right? Okay. Because I hear a lot of people say, I don't know where to shade at. Is it under? Is it under something? Yes. Like underneath the chin, that needs some shading, right? This is underneath the hair more than the other side, so that needs the shading. So we're going to do that to this side more. And I'm going to put a little color on the other side too, and I'm going to put a little bit in the neck here, because always under the neck you're going to have darkness. Put a little darkness there. But I'm just going to, on this one side, since we're going to have more light on this side, I'm just going to put a little shading right on the line. Okay? But most of the shading is going to be over here. Cool. Okay. I don't know if I want that much shading underneath her chin. Isn't that so cool, you guys, how you can just erase? I mean, that is like fabulous. You can erase pencil too, like colored pencils, but they don't erase like this stuff does. Which is why you need to, you know, use a sealer and seal your work. Because you know what? I did something. Let me show you what I did yesterday, and I actually need to not to be stacking it up over here. I'll show it to you guys. I need not to be stacking this up, which I am doing. So I haven't sealed it. I'm looking for it. Just a second. Where the heck is she? Oh my god. Why? Am I ever going to find this girl? Where did I put her at? Alright, let me just grab this stuff before it all falls. Oh. Alright, this is all this artwork I've done. Just a second, guys, and I'll show you. Oh, here she is. And if you're going to use these, I shouldn't be, because they can rub off, because they're not sealed. Look how gorgeous this turned out. How gorgeous her face turned out. And then her skin. Isn't that pretty? This is with these pastels. But this needs to be, I need to use a matte acrylic sealer on that. Okay, I need to blend. Alright, so now let's blend this out a little bit. Okay. Look how beautiful that blends out. Jeez. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, that's with my 40% off, and I'm going to buy seconds of all these. Especially this palette and the other one. Especially this one, because I love the colors in this. They are the bomb. Even if I couldn't use a 40% off and I had to pay 20 bucks, I would pay the $20. Because it's not worth it. It's flipping fat. These are fabulous. See, I had blended it out a little bit too much. I gotta turn my work just a second.